Astrology makes no sense. So why is it so accurate? Okay. I am a Pisces. I'm going to be completely honest before I even get into this breakdown. Most of the shit people don't like about Pisces is hella actual and factual and accurate. And I'll do you one better. Pisces hate Pisces more than y'all do. Hell, that Pisces you don't like has such a stronger disdain for themselves than you do them. Like, I feel like being a Pisces is some of the most selfish and selfless shit you can be. You walk around like a superhero with a torn cape, and you want to save the world, but you want to do so in silence because you don't want the spotlight on you, but then also you also take offense because no one noticed that you just saved the world. So you literally are walking around going in circles. That's why the zodiac symbol is two fishes swimming in opposite directions, because that's all we do. We just spin our wheels and go in circles. It's such a weird thing because, and this is something that I talk to other people who are Pisces, and they not only fully agree, they totally understand where I'm coming from and all this shit, because it's such a shared experience, right? Let's go into what a Pisces is. Let's go into the traits, talk about it, and then I'll try to connect it to what I actually know, okay? So Pisces are from February 19th. If you're born between the dates of February 19th and March 20th, you are a Pisces. Pisces is a water sign. The symbol, as I said before, is two fish swimming in opposite directions. The Pisces reputation, our strengths. People tend to describe Pisces as extremely empathetic, creative, compassionate, intuitive, loyal, selfless, deep thinkers, emotionally intelligent, and great listeners. The empathy part is so ridiculous because I know for a fact that I care way more about some shit that other people do. Like 99% of the time, my thoughts and my feelings about certain things are way more charged up than the other side. Creative. I mean, yeah, okay. Compassionate. Yeah, the compassion thing definitely screws us because it's that weird little fine line that we walk. Because I can't speak for everybody, but I feel like I walk this line where my compassion, if you're walking a tightrope, the tightrope is compassion, right? If you fall off of that compassionate rope with me, there's a really, really high probability that there's no coming back. Like, my compassion is so prevalent because I'm going to care so much about what you got going on, right? It's almost like you put so much of yourself into people and situations and stuff that they may not reciprocate because they don't even realize how much you're putting into it because you're doing it here and you're doing it here. But that compassion will come to bite you in the ass, especially if you feel like it was one-sided, because it's really just in our own heads. We're not even like thinking about the fact that how we feel and what we're expecting from others aren't necessarily exclusive, and it's okay that that's the case, and it's not necessarily a slight, but that compassion to kick you in the ass sometimes. Intuitive comes at a cost. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Loyal comes at a cost. Selfless, like I said, the Pisces is the most selfish, selfless being. Because again, I will give you the shirt off my back, but if you don't say thank you and you don't remember that this happened in 20 years when I bring it up, I am going to read you for filth. I'm going to look a dagger through you, and I'm going to really just laser beam your soul right at the eyes, right eye to eye. I'm going straight with the laser beams. I'm Homelander. Deep thinkers. I spend more time in my own head thinking about things that okay, so think of it like this. Imagine if you take every single thought that you have and you run it through a very rigorous fact-checking process. Every thought you have, you take the mundane situations and you run them through that filter. Then you also take the things that require more nuance and more actual depth, and you run them through that filter. So now the things that aren't that big of a deal that you spend a lot of time on, cool, you spend a lot of time on them. The things that are a big deal, oh man, when you talk about taking a lot of time, we're talking about not just time. It'll consume our whole being, right? It will literally take over everything else we have going in our lives, simply because we can't stop thinking about it. So when you say deep thinker, it's not just It's not just that. It's almost to the point of being a mental problem, because you're talking to yourself so much in your head about whatever you're thinking about that noise is interrupting everything else you got going on. Emotionally intelligent. Yeah. And great listeners. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and deep dive on all this shit, but yeah, I agree. Emotionally intelligent, again, comes to a cost. And great listeners, I mean, I'll argue that we are great listeners, but not for selfless reasons. It is selfless because we do genuinely care about what you're saying, but at the core of it, we're also hoping that creates a contract to where you are now going to give that exact same level of care and attention to what we're saying. And the moment you don't, weaknesses, too emotional. And see, I remember when I was a child, I used to take that real personally, the word emotional, because like I used to treat it like being emotional meant that you were sensitive and that you were soft. So being emotional and being sensitive don't mean that you're soft. But the problem is that emotion crosses boundaries, right? Emotion is sadness, is happiness, joy, anger, angst. All these different things are emotions. So we are sometimes, I don't feel like you can be too positive and too happy. I think that's one of the things people do like about us, but it's all the other parts, especially the frustration, the sadness, the anger, like that could be heavy for people to deal with, especially if they don't understand it, if they're not the same. And for them, it's like, why is this such a big deal? Bitch, because it is. They're escapists. I am 1,000% an escapist. 1,000%. I would absolutely rather escape this prison that I call this conversation, this situation, whatever it is, whatever we got going on. I would rather, instead of handling it head on, because whatever, I'd rather just dip out, because my emotional, see, it goes back to the emotional, it goes to the deep thinker, like all this shit's connected, right? So think about it. If you're emotional, which means you can get riled up and then you think a lot, you're going to be in a cycle that's only going to affect you, right? And it's selfish to say it like that, but since other people may not necessarily understand what you're going through, you're going to be eating yourself alive. And the other person involved, you may be offending them, annoying them, whatever it is, but it's in a different way. And you'll justify how you are reacting to the situation as a Pisces, because you will then personify how you feel and put it above how they feel, which is why I say that Pisces are both selfless and selfish at the exact same time. Okay. So yeah, I would much rather escape this situation and just completely ghost you, or just not respond to you, or just move on, because I don't feel like dealing with this no more. I might hurt you, or you might hear something come out of my mouth that neither one of us are prepared to deal with right now. And that's not fair to you. It's not fair. Like, I'm telling you right now, I am in complete agreement with everything anti-Pisces, because as a Pisces, I'm sick of me too.